Welcome to Just Campers Project 2022. So this is a T6.1 transporter that we're going to be converting from a panel van into a full-on camper. So our part one is removal of all of our ply lining and our bulkhead, and then we're going to start with a bare basic van. So we're going to start by removing our panel work that's been put in by the dealership. So we're going to remove all this so we can see what we've got and start with our bare van. Okay, so you can either use a screwdriver, or if you have one, it's really handy to use a battery operated drill to remove the screws. Just shortens our time. Also, as this wheel arch box is sealed together, we can use a knife to hopefully break the sealer away all the way down. So we should be able to remove the box as one section. And that should just break away free. Wow, okay, so it's getting pretty chilly in the workshop. I think we're going to have to change over to the warm jumper. Let's get rid of that one. As if by magic, that'll do. Perfect. Okay, ready to continue. Okay, so we're going to unscrew all the screws for the side panel and remove the side panel now. Okay, should be all the screws removed. So obviously, again, there is sealer that's between the two plywood panels, so we need to cut that with our knife. Should just to be able to lift it out. Okay, so these factory holes here on these panels are to help us close the tailgate and allow for air movement. So again, we need to make note of that. So we're going to remove this. So our 3mm Allen key, wind out the centre, and we can pull the whole thing out in one. So I did the last few without even using the Allen key, just the trim tool. There we go, that's our panel removed. Okay, so the pull down strap on the tailgate is actually screwed in with Torx screws. So we need to unscrew those. Those Torx screws are a T25. So you can use either just a T25 screwdriver. I've got like a multi-tool here, same thing. Just basically, we can unscrew. So that's a Torx screw. It looks like a star, and that's a T25. Both screws are out. Next thing we need to remove with a bit of care is our electric button that opens the rear tailgate. So again, we need to unplug this and pop this out of this panel. So we'll do that by dropping the tailgate back down. Okay, so we've got to remove this switch from this panel. This is our switch to open our tailgate. So we have to be careful with this because obviously it's plastic. There is a little plastic tag underneath that basically we push up with our finger, and then the switch pops out, and as we pull the switch out we can turn it over and remove the electrical plug, and then basically that's it, out of our panel. The only other bits come out is this, again with little pegs behind, we squeeze and we take the trim. Okay. Cool, that's it, out. The next part is to remove the floor ply lining. These are all screwed down to the body again, so we'll use our drill to remove all our screws. But first things first, we need to remove the jack so we can pull our ply lining out. And this just literally unscrews, and then we'll decide where we'll put him later once we've finished our conversion, because we'll probably have to remove this mount. Once we've removed this mount to be able to continue with our conversion, we'll end up putting the jack probably under the passenger seat in the front with all the other parts. So one half of the floor out. Yeah, that's it. Headliner, or the headboard. So we're going to take this out. Much the same fittings as our side panels were. So we're going to use either our 3mm Allen key, and obviously we've got the trim tool as well if we need it. So let's crack on. Once the centre bit's removed, we can now pull down our panel. So all our panel is removed. We're going to clean out the back of the van. So I was going to use my mate Henry, but he's away. It's alright though, because we've got Charles.